To call the Ashland Board of Commissioners recess meeting. Do we have a motion to receive and file the agenda?
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
All right, old business.
Item A, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky authorizing and directing the mayor to execute a contract between the City of Ashland and Mechanical Construction Company for the 26th Street Pump Station Rehabilitation Project in the amount of $331,799.80 for the Department of Engineering.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item B, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky authorizing and directing the mayor to execute a bill of sale between the City of Ashland, Kentucky and Kentucky Power Company for the purchase of the street light poles located on Winchester Avenue in the 1800, 1900, 2000, and 2100 blocks.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain. I was in a hurry.
Item C, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky establishing the procedural regulations and prerequisite qualifications for hiring within the fire department and repealing ordinance number 37, series of 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item D, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky amending the family medical leave policy under Part 16, Appendix J of the Policies and Procedures as adopted by ordinance number 51, series of 2017 as previously amended.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item E, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky authorizing and directing the mayor to execute an agreement with CARES, the subrecipient of $13,815.86 for employment education case management from the 2024 program year Community Development Block Grant.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain.
Item F, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky authorizing and directing the mayor to execute an agreement with CARES, the subrecipient of $15,000 for operating cost from the 2024 program year Community Development Block Grant.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I abstain.
Item G, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky authorizing and directing Mayor Pro Tem Josh Bland to execute an agreement with Safe Harbor of Northeast Kentucky, Inc., the subrecipient of $10,000 for operating costs from the 2024 program year Community Development Block Grant.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Abstain.
Item H, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky, authorizing and directing the mayor to execute an agreement between the City of Ashland and UK King's Daughters Medical Center regarding an encroachment for the installation of signs and replacement of existing signs in the area surrounding the hospital of the city's rights of way and appealing ordinance number 158, series of 2000.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item I, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, an ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky adopting the revised job descriptions for the positions of city planner, economic development specialist, and program and grant administrator in the Department of Community and Economic Development of the classification and compensation plan adopted by ordinance number 31, series of 2023, as previously amended specifically by ordinance number 82, series of 2023.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion?
I just have yesterday we talked about how the fiscal note on this was not correct, and it has not been updated.
It would be difficult at this point to update the fiscal note because when a supervisor is appointed, that will be a
Variable.
5% increase, and it's
But that
pretty
will
small
still come to
number.
us before that's appointed?
I sent one to Mr. Gracie last night. I didn't know, it was not wrong yesterday. I never wrote it because I had questions and no one ever answered.
Uh-huh.
So I didn't stick that in. But it's 5% of the grade. I used the highest employee involved. Salary and benefits would be about $4,000.
There you go.
So I sent one last night to him.
Any other discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
I don't know that I'm there yet.
Okay.
I don't understand. I still don't understand the process. Is there going to be a supervisor named? Is this?
Yes. There will be.
Okay.
Out of the three, so there's three job descriptions that are changed. And what, the reason for the change, and I might ask Michelle Dickens to step in if I miss the mark here, but the reason is that at any point in time going forward, it could be any one of those three that could step into that supervisory position. Right. Right.
So we're not creating a position.
Correct.
Okay.
Which I think was, we confirmed that yesterday, correct?
Yeah, we did.
Okay. All right, so
Sorry, we need to vote. and
I have
that's my fault.
one affirmative so far. Is that standing?
I'm aye.
I'm I
Okay,
just had
all
to
right,
get that
all right.
clarified.
Sure. Yeah, there's no creation of a new position.
Okay, any opposed? Okay.
Item J, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance of the City of Ash, Kentucky authorizing and directing the mayor to execute an agreement between the City of Ashland and Boyd Company for the purchase of a generator and automatic transfer switches for the wastewater treatment plant improvement project in the amount of $1,079,190 for the Department of Engineering."
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Item K, second reading and final adoption of an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky authorizing and directing the mayor to execute a preliminary design services agreement between the City of Ashland, Kentucky and AP3 LLC in the amount of $1 million for design services for the conference center."
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Consent agenda, a resolution of the City of Ashland, Kentucky adopting the items appearing on the consent agenda of the recess meeting of October 25th, 2024.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
New business item A, first reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky amending and supplementing ordinance number 150, 2024 of the city to A, authorize an additional public project to be financed with the proceeds of the general obligation bond series of 2024A, authorized thereby, and B, authorize related actions." Mayor and Commissioners, if you would indulge me for just a minute to explain, this is just a language amendment to the bond ordinance. It's not impacting anything else. It's just to make clear what the use of those funds are going to be.
So moved.
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Wait a minute, wait a minute. To authorize an additional public project, so what is it?
It's just the it's the purchase of the
Okay,
Paramount.
all right,
Yeah.
okay. I thought you were pulling a fast one on me there, okay.
No, ma'am.
Aye. We have the first and second, right?
Yeah.
Aye.
Yeah.
Okay.
Item B, first reading and approval of an ordinance entitled, "An Ordinance of the City of Ashland, Kentucky amending the City of Ashland Flexible Spending Plan," adopted by ordinance number 86, series of 2020, as previously amended, as recommended by McGregor and Associates, Inc., pursuant to federal guidelines.
So moved.
Second.
Okay, any discussion?
And just let people know that's insurance, it's healthcare stuff, so.
Okay. All right, all in favor?
Aye.
Okay, do we have any other new business to discuss
I
at this?
just wanted to say one thing to our sitting city manager here. The American flag and the Kentucky flag in front of our building are horrible. Can you get those replaced?
I'm sure we
I
can.
mean, they look awful.
Yeah, I'm sure we can take
Driving
care
up
of
there
that.
today, I'm like, they're all faded and pretty bad looking.
I'm sure we can take care of that.
Okay,
Thanks.
thank you.
And just for the record, the abstentions, we cover all that? No issues there on my abstentions? Okay. And the only other thing I'd like to follow up with is to make sure the language is correct for who's the signatory on those items that were set up for the abstention.
Reason being, there were two issues under CARES that the mayor abstained from, but
He can
also.
still, he still is allowed to sign.
Right.
But we made sure on the safe harbor.
That there was a
That
set
was
change,
specific.
okay.
So are you on the board at CARES?
No, but out of an abundance of caution, my mother is, so.
Oh, okay.
Okay, all right,
Let me ask a
An
question
abundance of
before you leave.
caution.
okay.
On item B, we purchased the streetlights, 18, 19, 2000, 2100 blocks. What about, Mr. Cole, I think I asked you this before, the the lights there around Fat Patty's, it's awful dark. Are those being,
The electrical contractor is looking at those. They're, from what they reported, appears to be a short somewhere in
Have they put the back up the string light?
wiring between the lights. I don't think so. Not yet. Are tracing that down to try to detect where that short is.
We-
Talking about the string lights that have
no, I'm
been-
talking about the
Talking
street
about the
light.
street lights
Street lights.
in that half block of
Yeah.
Okay.
Winchester. It's
It's terribly dark.
dark.
Is
We,
it?
we
Okay.
addressed that exact issue, I think in the bi-weekly meeting that we had with that contractor, I think last week, and we're gonna stay on them.
Okay,
So
Okay.
that's to me, it's a life safety issue. We want to take care of that.
sure, I don't care if you plug in a night light. I mean, just, you know, get some light on that corner.
All right, let the record reflect a night light has been requested by the, all right. Any other new business? All right.
motion to adjourn.
A motion is on the table. We have a second?
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
All right, folks, thank you. We are adjourned.